Hey guys, Orbs here. And over the past couple of months, me and my friends have really been into a game called Guns of Icarus Online. So I thought I'd finally hop back on the Airship Pirate server and try to see how this thing would fare in Minecraft. Alrighty guys, so this is the Mobula from Guns of Icarus Online. This is some Guns of Icarus Online quick gameplay footage to show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to be replacing the gun on the right and this bottom gun here with the Baka turret. So the guns on this Mobula are not sadly going to be my design. So what I've started with is I've gone from the nose and I've gone out to the left. Now, because the Mobula is the same design on both sides, I'm only doing half and then using the world edit flip mechanic to make sure that both of them get the same side. Here you see me just laying out red wool, just trying to figure out the dimensions and just really trying to get that balloon shape underneath the Mobula that the Mobula has. Now, here I'm really trying to come out and extend it and try to figure out where I want to place the first of the turrets. I go and I place this turret a few times, and you see me testing the Baka turret that I have over here to see how high I can actually put a block above it before it starts affecting the actual shot of the TNT at its highest setting. So I finally just ended up putting it all the way up on the top, so it would be just underneath the actual walking deck. Now I'm going in and I'm slowly filling in, trying to give this a nice little arc towards the center to make the balloon actually look a little bit realistic. I couldn't obviously use wool if I'm going to be trying to see how this would fare in an actual Airship Pirates battle, so I filled the front in with clay, and then I'm just going to have to layer the inside with endstone later. If you'll notice on the Icarus, it does have a little pathway on the inside. That's where the gun would actually be, if you saw in the clip when I went down and fired the gun. Now here you see me just trying to get one layer of endstone in. I almost didn't have enough wool to make the layer of endstone, and there you see me just honeycombing the nose. Just flipping it around to see all the dimensions. I go back and just make a few changes to the front just to kind of give it that slope. And then I start on the main deck just to kind of see how I like it. Now, I've actually gone and made the main deck mostly slabs, which is kind of odd for an airship to have a completely slabbed exterior top that you can walk on while moving. But I thought I'd try that design and see how it fares for now. Now, obviously, the guns of Icarus guns are way too small to put on this, so I've decided to put Baka's TNT turret on top of it, and then turned the wool from the TNT turret just into these stone slabs. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out in battle, but once I get some battle footage, I'll be sure to tell you guys how this fares in battle. Now, if there was anything I'd go back and change is A, the dimensions of it, and then B, the back of this airship. I actually really struggled getting the back of the airship to look the way that it does in game, and it still doesn't. I'd really love to go back and try to make the back of the Mobula get a lot more detail, and that could be a future episode if you guys want me to, is making a Mark II of the Mobula. But, of course, there's no point in making a Mark II if it doesn't even do good at battle. Now, you'll notice that this is obviously a very flawed ship because it's only strong from the front. I can't rotate the turrets. I don't have any fire guns because I actually forgot to put them on, which would be better for the Mark II. And it's a little embarrassing that I forgot the fire guns on it. But, I mean, it's been my first time making a ship in about 2 to 3 months, so that happened. I'm also very concerned that because of the range of these guns and how people have mini-maps now that can reach outside of the range of the view, that I'm probably just going to get shot during battle without even being able to see them unless I get a mini map. However, if I get a mini map and I can always keep this ship and the enemy ships at my front, then I can hopefully take a lot of damage. Here you see me testing the guns a few times, and all 4 guns do fire. I made a delay on the top guns because I tried to make them go at the same time, and the bottom blast of the TNT actually hit the TNT up high and almost made it go straight up over the ship, and because straight up mortar cannons are banned, that was a bad thing. So I had to make it delayed enough so that the explosion from the bottom didn't affect the TNT being exploded at the top. Here you see me getting the back fins done, and as you can see, the back fins also I'm not proud of. I'd love to go back and make it look a little bit more like the actual Mobula from Guns of Icarus Online. This one doesn't really look as steampunk as I'd like it to, and I think that maybe in the Mark II I'd go back and actually just make it wool. And then, yeah, just basically just make it wool just to go for the aesthetic pleasing look as well. Here you just see me filling in the bottom with wool, and something that I actually didn't expect to happen was that I thought that this definitely had enough wool for me to be able to dig out the passageway here, or at least a small enough passageway that I could fit a few beds and maybe some chests, but I actually have to go back and fill this in later because I do not have enough wool, which is actually pretty sad. So I'll definitely have to go back if I make this again and really figure out the dimensions a lot better and figure out how to conserve it so that I have a lot more wool. As you can see here, you see me just going back in again and again, having to change this so much that I actually just end up straight up just filling it back in. So the ladders right there are really just to maintenance and add TNT to the cannons below. You see, I've become so desperate for wool that I actually had to change the fins on the outsides to wool. And as you can see, after a little bit of finicking with the redstone at the back, I had to give it 3 separate engines, but it finally flew. And there we go, guys. Yo!